Nobody in the school itself, the kids, no one knows who he is. He is revealing his identity for the first time. His name is Danny. Let's bring Danny out. Danny, what you look like doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not in the high school. Okay. Are the kids going to be surprised when they find out it's you?
A lot of them will, Sally.
Why did you keep it quiet as to who you were?
I kept it quiet because I wanted to avoid all school conflict. I didn't want them harassing me or giving me any problems because of the website.
Would the school have harassed you?
Yes, I got an email from a school official saying that he wanted to prosecute us to the fullest extent of the law.
He can't under free speech.
I know,
right?
But that's why I didn't want any harassment.
Why are you here today, especially when I feel that you really did something very damaging to Courtney? Every single person in the school shunned her except one guy. Mm-hmm. All her friends turned on her. You had to, being in that school, know that was happening.
Yes, I knew.
You knew they were shunning.
I knew.
Do you feel guilty about what you've done to Courtney or anybody else?
I really don't feel guilty at all because I'm not the one that wrote anything on there. I posted it, and then for the message board, everything on there is posted by individuals, by any individual.
You do not feel at all guilty of what you've done to her for a year, or maybe causing her to lose the baby, or having every friend turn against her?
I don't think so. I didn't do anything in particular like that. All I did was I hosted this website. I kept it open.
Are you nervous about meeting her?
I'm nervous about meeting Courtney?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I'm not nervous at all.
All right, let's bring Courtney out. Did you know it was him?
I had a suspicion it was him.
You did have a suspicion it was him?
Yes, the whole school had a suspicion it was him.
Okay. Now that you see him, what's going through your mind?
I'm just mad because, like...
What do you want to say to him?
I've been cool with you for, like, a long time, and then you're going to go do that to me, dude?
I
don't care if you're going to say whatever, dude. That's so messed up. Even if you didn't write it, you shouldn't have put it on there. You've been friends with me. I've been friends with your girlfriend.
My question to you is, knowing that what you did was immoral, do you care whether you're moral or not?
I don't think what I did was immoral.
You do not think that what you did was immoral?
Most of the people you talked about on your website were cheerleaders, wrestlers, jocks. Because they made fun of you.
No.
Because they made, yes, they did.
That's not it. It's because whatever the emails that come in.
By the way, Courtney said she would really like to punch you out, and I can't blame her. Let me tell you something very strongly about Courtney. You have said a number of things about a number of people on the website.
I haven't said anything. They were all posted.
But you didn't have to post it.
You have posted a number of things on the website that were very hurtful to a number of people. We've called these people. We've talked to these people. Every single one of these people were afraid to appear except for Courtney. Now, Courtney was brave enough. You sacrifice animals? Not one word of any of this has any truth at all. What did this do to you?
Well, I remember being so upset, and people would I remember walking in the cafeteria and people would dare each other to come up to me and talk to me. And I was, of course, saying, this isn't true. Like, what, how did you hear about this? Well, I heard from so-and-so, and I'm like, but they don't even know me. How would they know?
Okay, it's time you meet the people responsible for the site where this gossip about you was posted. Would Ty and Zach come on out? Have either of you ever met them?
Just over email, really, from Meredith. Actually.
What did she email you?
She actually emailed us to take off the post off the website that she, about like it was just about the whole thing on the website about what had been said about Meredith, actually. And we took it off as she requested.
Do you feel responsible at all for either of you for the pain caused her?
Actually, what we do is actually we provide a tool for free speech, and if someone takes advantage of the system, you know, that's horrible. Yeah, exactly. I mean, things like this shouldn't happen, but you know, when people just go
Well,
out
no,
there,
wait. As
it's a forum.
webmasters, you have the right to not post that. No one is for it. There's no free speech that says you've got to post that. There's no law that says you got to post that.
Well, actually,
no law.
Our website's a little different. We provide a tool where they post the messages themselves.
But you don't have to do it. You don't have to put it on your website.
Well, it goes immediately on it as soon as they post it.
Exactly. It's a message board and it's real time. As soon as someone hits the enter button, it's on the website.
Can
and
you
anyone
take
can
it
see
off if you wanted?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
The minute you see it's hurtful, couldn't you erase it?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you?
Actually, at that time, no.
Talk to them, Meredith.
You guys should probably pay more attention to, you know, what's on the website and not let this stuff be on there because it hurts people, it ruins people's lives. It made my high school life very, very hard, harder than it should have been, and I didn't deserve it. Nobody deserves that.
It was not. It was not. The site was not created for that to happen to you, Meredith. Basically, what the site was created for was for you guys to get together, have some fun, maybe over the web, to have more of a sense of a community, for the students to get together and talk about different things like homework and stuff like that. When people take advantage of it, I mean, we try to handle stuff like that, but it's very difficult.
Fun, having fun, calling somebody a Satan worshiper
That's not fun. No,
in Dallas.
that's not fun.
We try and do what we can.
She has no friends, and Amber has ADHD, so she has a little bit of a problem, and they just kind of see that, and they just.
Number one, I know what that's like when you don't learn the way other people learn, okay? But you learn the way you learn. And if the school doesn't understand their different ways of learning, then that's part of our educational system's problem, all right? Second, you're 13.
Yes.
You haven't decided whether you're gay or straight or up or down or sideways, and you shouldn't even think about that. That's going to be something you're going to think about a long time from now, okay?
Okay.
And third of all, it isn't a bad thing to be either one. All right? That's not a bad thing. Now, as to other things they're saying, you know in your heart they're not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say she's ugly.
Ugly?
Yeah.
She's one of the prettiest girls we've had on this show. That's ugly? Oh, man. So, we got 3 people here who are really the ringleaders. Now,
Yeah.
you walk proud. Anybody gives you any guff, you turn around and you give it right back to them, right?
I tried to tell her that.
Now, we don't know the other 2 girls, but I'm going to go over and talk to Jeff and his mom, okay?
Okay.
What does Jeff say about you?
He usually calls me a dyke and says I'm stupid.
When I was your age and very unpopular in school, my mother made me walk around going, I am beautiful, I am loved. I used to have to walk with a book on my head because I have bad posture. I am beautiful, I am loved. I am beautiful, I am loved. I am beautiful, I am loved. So maybe we're going to give her those lessons. Let me talk to Jeff and his mother right now, which must be just as hard for his mother as it is for her mother, right?
It's pretty stressful.
Tell me what's going on here. You want to tell me first?
Yeah.
Tell me what is going on with little Amber.
Well, most people around the school don't like her, so they
Why do they not
accuse
like
her for being lesbian and dyke and bisexual.
Did you start any of those rumors?
Some of them.
Sometimes isn't it better to stick up for somebody and not hurt their feelings?
Yeah.
Do you see why Amber could be hurt?
Yeah, because
It's
I don't
hard
know.
for her. She
Yeah.
doesn't have any friends. Could you
She-
be her friend?
she tries too hard to make friends. That's why she doesn't have any friends.
Okay, so here's what we want to tell Amber. Not to try hard, just to be who she is, right?
Right.
Okay. Do you think maybe then you could be her friend if she wouldn't try so hard?
Could.
How do we teach our kids to be kind to other children?
These days, it's kind of hard to do with,
It is.
with the way.
What happened to you?
It was one summer, and me and my friend went back to her house, and one of her friends called and said, my friend, you have to go look on the computer and go to this website. So we went to their website and we looked it up, and we realized that she and I were both actually on it.
You were both on the website.
But for different things.
Okay.
Okay, and so with me, I was known as the ugliest girl. I was getting the votes for the ugliest girl.
This is the ugliest girl in class? What the heck do the other kids look like? What do they look like?
Well,
What
it didn't
happened?
stop there.
It didn't?
No. Then I went back to school, and I was hoping that no one was going to see this, so I don't think everybody saw it. So a couple months passed, and I got sick. And so my friend calls me up and tells me, Allison, you're on another website again for the ugliest girl in school. And you're winning again. But this one was a lot bigger because it was schools all around. It was actually in the newspaper from where we were. Because actually kids in this one were actually 2 kids that we know of were almost committed suicide over this website because it was so bad. So I'm basically stuck where I go back to school, and I don't want to go back to school after I hear this one.
Right.
So it was very hard for me because I would go down the hallways and people would be like, Allison, it's not Halloween anymore, you can take your mask off. Allison, and they'd be like, hey, ugly girl, what's going on? I'm walking down the hallways and I don't even know half the people that are calling me these things.
You do not know them.
I don't know them. And they're calling me these names.
Catherine, what do you do to fight back?
Okay. The first one, we did nothing because it happened during the summertime, and she just wanted to let it go. So I let that go. But many incidents happened even before the second website at school with other kids saying things. I started telling the school about it in December, about certain of the incidents before the second website.
Right.
Most of these things, they said, well, the websites happened, this is when there's no school, and this isn't happening on school computers, so there's really nothing we can do. What happened was a few of the things started approaching sexual harassment, and it
is Dr. Roger Rhodes. Now, he is actually a doctor of ministry and a counselor for families in crisis for 17 years. What's the best way to deal with hurtful gossip? Will you tell them?
Well, one of the things that it is really difficult is you can see that once you're separated and made to stand out, how painful that is. And so it's really, really important to find a group of friends to support you and tell you the truth. Because, when you have all these people going down the hall and calling you different and calling you these names, and you're hanging out by yourself, that's just going to get bigger and bigger and more powerful, and then it gets to be so painful you can't handle it.
I was the most unpopular girl in my school, and my mother found the second most unpopular, and we hung out together, and 2 were stronger than 1, so get the next most unpopular. But what do you do about gossip like the ugliest girl and Satan worship? I mean, this kind of this craziness.
Well, the thing is, it may seem crazy, but it's like getting cut. It hurts. Even though it might seem way out there and, oh, that's goofy, and nobody would believe that, those kids in the high school still treat it like it's the truth, right? And that still hurts you no matter how weird it sounds. See, that's what's so powerful about it. Even though it's weird, it still hurts a lot. And one of the things that you have to do is that you have to get with people that are going to be your friends no matter what.
Jennifer's got to go to a new school, and you got to find a #1 friend. You got to. And what about Meredith? How do you walk around saying, just because I have black hair, I'm not a Satan believer?